Hey right guys, Truthmuch is Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 12 of Glee Season 4. We are of course halfway through the season now, after episode 11 was finished, so I'm enjoying it. I think, as I said, there have been a couple of shitty episodes, but I'm enjoying the season as a whole so far, and hopefully the second half of the season can still be on the same level as the first half. Last episode we kind of had the Sadie Hawkins dance, and Rachel asking Brody to move in, which is just a bit... I guess. So, yeah, episode 12, guys. If you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And of course, if you want the early and uncut reactions to Glee, then a link to the Patreon page will be down below, where there should be around 4 episodes ahead, as well as all social media stuff. But for now, let's do this. Breaking news. Lea Michele is racist. I love how the only way they got through is because they were on steroids and not because they were actually better than them.
Well, it looks like someone's getting a younger, hotter co-anchor. A
What?
squirrel who's...
Welcome back to Fondue for Two.
No. How many views does she get on YouTube? I want to know.
Britney Spears has received a near-perfect 2340 on her exam.
How? Don't have sex with her, Sam, because she'll record it and then release it to everyone.
I'm one of the smartest people in America.
I want to die. Part of me was about to say Rachel saved me, but can we even say that anymore? Rachel might not be racist. She probably is racist, actually. Let's be honest. I recognise her. I feel like I recognise her.
There is one thing. You will have to be topless in the ballroom scene with Titus.
Right.
It's not going to be a problem.
Why is every character just being topless in this episode? Okay, we've got a song of Rachel versus Rachel. This is a tune though, to be fair, so I'm going to turn it up. It's a tune, it's a tune. But that's because the OG song's actually OP, so... Live! You know, this ain't their best performance. I feel like it should be better. It always baffled me when shows would do scenes like this, and how they managed to do it. Okay, there we go. We've won it. I want to go a 9, but some of the vocals were a little bit off, so I'm going 8.5 out of 10. She looks like my friend Vicky, that's who she looks like. Victoria, that's who you look like, is a character from Glee. Where's the wind coming from?
Now let's get this party started.
Okay, and we're just going to jump straight into a song from that. Right, and then it's gobble.
Money, yeah!
Fuck's sake. Oh. Okay, has this guy walked with his penis out? Yes, he has. Why? Why? Who does that? Ever? Who ever does that? Unless you're home alone or with someone that you... Like, you two don't know each other.
Good morning.
He just walked with his dick out. Brody, oh my fucking god.
What?
A year ago, you were all plaid skirts, and do you think Finn likes me? And now you're slutty Barbie.
Oh, shut up, Kurt. Fuck off.
Doing pornos. What's happening to you?
I'm growing up, Kurt.
You can't be a serious actress if you do a nude scene. I can't with Kurt.
I get a text saying...
Are we going to be 3 for 3? Decent song. Here's a tune. Here's a tune. He was right. Go on. Slap out a 9. Slap out a 9. Turn it up. Go on, Jake. Enter the song. You don't love him. You don't love him. If that's what you're trying to do. Ooh! I like Jake's vocals, to be fair. Their voices go well together, which I would not expect. They didn't hype me as much at the end, but... Do I go the 9? Do I do the 9? Yeah, kiss, why not? Just do it. Yeah, I'm not even mad at that kiss, to be honest. Do I give it the 9, though? Ryder's gonna be there like... Probably.
There's something you want to tell me, I can tell.
Yeah, I'll go at 9, fuck it.
I love
Porn. Horses.
the song.
Horses galloping over. Okay. The song! That, ugh. I don't know, is 9 a bit too high? I'll go in 8.5. I don't know if 9's a bit too high. But when we go back through the songs at the end of the seasons, I want that one to be in it still. So it was good.
It's not just girls who have body issues.
Oh,
Sometimes
Finn.
guys aren't cool with showing off their bodies either.
Then don't.
Thank you. Yo, Finn is sick this season, to be fair.
You know
And
what?
Art is actually
That was really brave of you, Sandy.
decent. Art is decent this
It's
season.
totally cool. I mean, that's the way I feel.
I'm kind of glad they haven't said it yet.
No.
Not gonna lie. You've only like just started dating.
What they're really looking for is a guy who'll get naked emotionally.
Okay. What a quote. Tumblr right there. Do I know this song? I might know it. No, I feel like I do. I feel like I know this song. Out of all the new singers, I genuinely think Jake has the best voice. Then Marley. Unique, Ryder have good voices, but I feel like those two are better. GG's. GG's. The songs this app are actually slapping. Jake. Jake's best performance. Done. It's done. Yeah, that one's a 9. That one's a 9 out of 10. That was a 9. The vocals were on
Awesome, man.
point.
Absolutely a contender for regionals.
Oh my god!
What the
What are you
fuck?
doing here?
Lady
Oh,
Helm will call
scary.
wanting us to do an emergency intervention.
On who?
You.
Why is Kurt doing this? It's not that deep. Santana, your kids are gonna see your sex tape all over the place because Brittany released it.
Leaked online.
Yes, I did.
Follows me around to this very day. Look, my name's
Thank
on
you!
there.
Why is everyone... Oh, Joe, stop bringing it up! The show brought it up! Oh, your boy!
Mexican or
Oh my god.
Booyah.
Yes! This is why I didn't bring up... This is why I bring up all the time. Boom, boom, boom. Haunts her every day. Did you hear that? Britney's trash. Boom. Sorted. It's done.
I have your confession on tape.
Oh. Oh. Finn. My boy. Yeah, I'm still hyped that Santana brought up the sex tape and said that it haunts her to this day.
I'm not ready to be naked.
See? That's sick.
Well,
That's sorted.
then what you can do now is get the hell off my grandmother's
See,
tombstone.
that I get. She ain't ready, and I'm glad she didn't do it.
Grandma.
Wait, what's going on? Are we just gonna burst into song? Oh, okay. Another song that I know. I feel like we haven't seen Santana and Quinn in ages. Who's got the best vocals in this song? I'm gonna go Quinn. I'm gonna go Quinn. I'll go an 8. 8 out of 10. That was solid. Yeah, but I still ship Santana and Rachel. I really feel like that should have been a thing, but I know it won't be. I feel like that is one thing I would have been spoiled on if it actually happened, and it just won't. There she is!
And let's not forget
Oh,
that Sam
she had
took
one
care of his
line.
entire family after his dad lost his job. They were living in a motel.
Oh! Sam, go back, please! We have to go back! Lost. This is Sam's best ep of the season. Wow. All they had to do was give him good dialogue. Wow.
If you ever want to cap this, seriously, just say the word.
Okay. I love you, Jay. That's kind of wholesome. That's wholesome.
I love you back.
You know what? I'm not bad. I'm not bad. They're kind of cute. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's not New Year. It's June 9th. It's kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. What's Sam doing? Why are these two kind of cute now? What the fuck? Like, I don't hate it. I think it's a little bit rushed, but I don't hate it. At least I didn't sing this on the 1st of January 2020. Because, yeah, I would have been downhill from that. I'll go 8.5? 8.5 for that song. That was a wholesome one. It was one of those wholesome, all the Glee club together kind of songs, which I liked. Yeah, there we go, guys. That is episode 12 of Glee Season 4. That was a good episode. I enjoyed that. That was one of the better ones of the season, I think. Like, wait, let me go on track. I want to see kind of... Oh, I actually got the page loaded up. So, episode 1 was sick. Episode 2 was good. Episode 3 was eh. Episode 4 was the best episode, one of the best episodes of Glee. Episode 5 was good, episode 6 was good, episode 7 was good, episode 8 was great, episode 9 was good, episode 10 was nah, episode 11 was and then episode 12, I'd actually say it was great. I really, really enjoyed this one. I think all the storylines pretty much worked. I want to obviously go into the Rachel kind of and the nude scene. I think that was maybe the weakest part of the episode. I didn't even hate that though, to be honest. With the nude scene, I think it was actually good of Kurt to call Santana and Quinn to talk to Rachel about it. I just think what Kurt said was the wrong thing, and I felt like he could have spoken to her exactly how Santana and Quinn did, but he just didn't. He was just kind of like, oh, you won't be a respected actress if you do a nude scene, where, and he just kind of went on one of his Kurt rants. And I thought Kurt was going to piss me off this episode, but luckily he only had that one scene. Yeah, I just didn't agree with Kurt on that, but I did agree on the fact that someone needed to speak to Rachel to be like, okay, but are you sure you want to do this, or are you just kind of like going for it? Like, you're just going to do it and then regret it. As they said, you could, you know, in 2 weeks, it could feel good, but in 2 months or 2 years, you could really regret doing this. And, you know, they have a point, like she could, and she obviously felt at the end that she wasn't ready to do it. And I think all that was good stuff. I just kind of went on a little bit of a rant because I thought they were going to try and make a whole story about how doing a nude scene would ruin your entire reputation, and how doing a nude scene is looked down upon in the acting industry and all that shit. And it's not. Like, I've always hated that logic, and I was kind of hoping they weren't going to go down that storyline, and it kind of hinted that they were almost going to. But they didn't, so I kind of retract. I didn't retract what I said about Kurt, kind of, and what he said, but with that storyline, I was kind of a bit worried that that was a point they were going to make. Because with Glee, you just don't know half the time. Like, they set up a storyline and they could try and make a point that's just, you know, Glee's point, and it's just kind of garbage. Or they did an episode here where it's like they felt like they were going to do it, but they actually had a good point at the end, which was be sure that you want to do it, because it's something that you could regret in a couple of months or a couple of years. So Rachel's storyline was the weakest, but I still actually enjoyed that. I don't think it was bad, and it was nice seeing Santana and Quinn and Rachel all together. As for everything else, we had Sam and his old like, oh, I gotta take my shirt off, my muscles, and that in and of itself is kind of a storyline, but they made it have more meaning by the end of it, because obviously at the start of the episode it was kind of showing that he failed hard on one of his tests, and I think he had the lowest score or something out of everyone in the school. I don't remember exactly what he said. Him kind of doing all this workout stuff throughout the episode, and then at the end him kind of saying that that's all that he feels like he has. I think it gives it more meaning through the episode, and that it could have just been, oh, Sam's showing off his body and it's kind of boring. No one cares. I'm sure a lot of people care that Sam has his shirt off, but the story in and of itself could have been very boring. But they made it have more meaning, which I liked by the end of it. And, you know, him watching the video of everyone saying all the accomplishments that Sam's done throughout the years, I like that. And it makes me miss the old Sam, like the Sam we've had for these 11 episodes. Not so much this episode, but the 11 episodes prior. He's just not the Sam that we've grown to like over seasons 2 and 3. He's just like this, like I said, male Britney, and it's not fun. We already have a Britney, we don't need a male version, and that's kind of what they've been doing. And I feel like they're still going to continue to do that even from this episode onwards, even though this would be a very good opportunity at this point onwards to give Sam his own story and kind of build on his character more. But I know what Glee's like, and I feel like they're probably not going to do that. If they do, I'll be pleasantly surprised, but I just feel like they won't. But yeah, Sam's story was good, and it had a wholesome moment at the end. Jake and Marley, I actually didn't hate their romance. When they were like, oh, I need to tell the other that I love them at the start of the episode, I was like, it's way too soon. But the way they did it, and them kind of singing their love songs to each other and not being able to say it, but then him writing it on the calendar at the end, it was just wholesome. And I like their voices together. I don't necessarily love either of their characters separately, because I think they're both decent, but there's a lot more that needs to be done with their characters still. But their relationship and their little romance in this episode, I didn't hate it, and I actually liked a lot of the songs they were singing. As for the songs, actually, I think there was only one good one, and then the rest were all great. Like, Jake's solo was the best. Like, that was the best Jake's ever sounded. The duet between him and Marley was really good. Marley's song was really solid. The group at the end, the entire Glee Club, Rachel's solo, all of the songs. I know there's one more that I'm missing. Oh, and even all the like lads running around singing that song that I don't know the title of the song for, but even that one was just a fun one. So yeah, again, Rachel and Santana and Quinn, their kind of trio, every song slapped. So that held it up, and I think the songs overall probably took up about 10 minutes of the episode. So all that was really good. Finn outsmarting Sue, a little tiny storyline. It could have been very boring, but they had 2 scenes with it, and that's all they needed. They had Sue setting up something, and Finn resolving it by one-upping her, and that was the entire storyline. it was just fun. Also, Artie, I mentioned it in the reaction, but I think he's actually quite decent this season, and you know, he's always been a good old classic meme here on the Trophy Munchers channel with Artie. As a character, you know, I don't hate Artie. I obviously don't hate him. I think he is a decent character. I've just never really loved him, but this season could possibly be one of his better ones. I don't know, he's just not doing as much that's annoying. Like, every season he would annoy me at times. Like I said, I never hated him, he just kind of annoyed me. But here he's having more wholesome moments, and you kind of feel sorry for him a lot of the time, and understanding his point of view. Like in this episode, him not wanting to take his shirt off because he's a bit self-conscious about it and stuff, and he felt like he shouldn't have all the lads just taking the shirts off because that's what the calendar needs you to do. And also Finn understanding that. I know he tried to come up with other ideas, but I don't think that was Sam. I don't think that was Finn trying to be like, oh no, Artie, you really need to do it. I think he was just trying to come up with ideas that would maybe make Artie comfortable doing it. But once Artie was like, no, I just don't want to do it, then Finn respected that and was like, yeah, you don't need to do it then, that's sound, and made him feel good about it as well. So Finn this season, this is his best season by far. Artie's best season, maybe. We have another half of the season to be fair, but Finn, even if the second half of this season's not on the level of what the first half's been, Finn as a character just seems smarter. He just seems like he's developed loads since the previous seasons, and I think that's what we needed. Because he still says things that's a little bit messed up as well, like kind of like the old Finn would, but he kind of challenges himself on it, and you know, he's not saying dumb shit every single episode. So I actually really like Finn this season. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's seasons. I'm pretty sure it's the next season where Corey passes away, but because I'm assuming they filmed this entire season. I'm not going to scroll down just in case there's spoilers, but yeah, I'm assuming they filmed this entire season, and then he passed away, which, you know, it's just sad. It's just sad, and obviously we'll get into that and like I say, I'm like 95% sure it is season 5, so we'll get into that more then. But yeah, it is sad whenever you think about it, and dreading the kind of not dreading, but I'm like curious what the show's going to do, but also dreading kind of that part of the show where obviously he passed away, because like I said, it's just sad. But I'm pretty sure that is season 5, so we've got a while until then anyway. Yeah, rating for this episode, I was surprised by it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think all the storylines were at least decent. All the songs were amazing. Like, the songs were packed. There wasn't one bad one, and every single one was actually enjoyable, so I like that. And yeah, the romances were decent. Everything was good. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know the episode down below in the comments, and of course, if you want the early and uncut, then link to the Patreon page will be down below. And I'll see you next time for episode 13. Until then, peace.